Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Akufo-Addo. I'm a director for this program and a member of the Council on Foreign Relations. And I'm pleased to welcome all of you this morning to this very special event, a lecture by our special guest, the President of the Republic of Ghana, himself a former foreign minister and distinguished diplomat. This is to commemorate the 5th anniversary of the establishment of the Council on Foreign Relations Ghana, an independent, non-governmental and non-profit think tank. This lecture caps the Council's distinguished guest lecture series over the past 5 years, established to tap the insights and knowledge of distinguished diplomats, statesmen, global leaders, academics, and other thought leaders on a variety of relevant topics and themes. But today's is particularly special as it's the first by a president.
Mr. President, you recall that 5 years ago, you charged us to play a role in contributing to the formulation of foreign policy and as a result, the formulation of the improvement of our development. On the occasion of our 5th anniversary, we acknowledge the very complex nature of events occurring in the world currently. And it looks almost cyclical because suddenly the world appears in turmoil. All these agenda items on the platform of the Summit of the Future were very similar to the ones which were raised in Ezinui in 2005. I recall that under your leadership, you led a response of the continent to the then existing foreign policy challenges to Africa. Perhaps this would be another occasion for leaders of Africa to respond to some of the matters that will be before our plate in September. And we have no doubt, Mr. President, that once again, you'll be showing that leadership.
I'm honored to speak to you on this memorable occasion, marking the 5th anniversary of the establishment of this esteemed council, for its noteworthy achievements in its brief history over the past 5 years. As we gather here today to celebrate this significant milestone, we turn our attention to a theme of paramount importance: the limits of the current development cooperation framework for Africa's transformation. Over-reliance on aid weakens the capacity of African governments to generate and mobilize domestic resources, ultimately hindering sustainable development. To achieve Africa's transformation, there is a need to focus on structural reforms that address the root causes of underdevelopment and champion inclusive growth, which are primarily the continuing reliance of our economies on raw material production and export. Ladies and gentlemen, as we look to the future, we have to recognize the role of technology and innovation in driving Africa's transformation. The digital revolution presents unprecedented opportunities for accelerating development, improving service delivery, and intensifying economic competitiveness. First and foremost, we should advocate for a more inclusive and fairer financial system that provides all nations with an equitable platform to influence global economic policies, thus enabling a more balanced and just global economic order. Secondly, the recent proposal by Ghana for each member of the African Union to deposit 30% of their gross reserves in Africa's multilateral development banks, rather than allowing them to lie passively in foreign banks, where they often attract negative interest rates, represents a visionary and transformative step towards financial autonomy and economic resilience for Africa. In conclusion, as we celebrate the 5th anniversary of the Constitution of the Council on Foreign Relations Ghana, we should use this opportunity to reflect on the limitations of the current development cooperation framework and chart a new path for Africa's transformation. Let us work together to build a new paradigm for development cooperation. It is based on partnership, mutual accountability, sustainability, ownership, and the propagation of democracy. Furthermore, we must leverage the power of technology and innovation and invest in education and human capital development and boost health systems to ensure sustainable and inclusive development. Together, we can build a prosperous, inclusive, and sustainable future for the peoples of our continent. May God continue to bless the Council on Foreign Relations, Ghana, and us all. And may God bless our homeland, Ghana, and make her great and strong. I thank you for your attention.